Hi. Oh, bumped the table. Bumped the table with my knee. Hi, gonna do another reading here, same day. Maybe put it out on a different day, I don't know. But I was in the mood to do two since, the first one recorded. So that's always good. And I wanted to do this, something I've been doing lately that's fun, which is to do the different decks. And so I've put them up here so you can see ahead of time. And I'm just going to turn over the, classic 4 cards and get down to here. And the goal of this, unlike some of the last readings, uplifting readings, this is something we call shadow work. Okay, so in this reading, this is to highlight issues or problems that maybe we don't see. Something in your blind side, your shadow, as thus the shadow work. So let's get started here. I picked my one of my favorite decks here. Of course, now I realize these are going to be in my way. So my unique and very wonderful shuffling style. It's so good. It's so good. I've never been teased about it before. My whole life. We're gonna just leave those. They're done. I don't know what happened there, but I'm pretty sure I have enough here. So it's kind of funny. So this is the stack, and I'm not sure that I can shuffle it because I don't think that was quite enough shuffling. So I'm just going to do this thing here that I just kind of change directions. I think you just pull with your thumb, but then it's just going the other direction. So sometimes I just try to be random. Okay, so then thank you, PlayStation, for making that announcement. I think I'm still going to cut it, okay? All right. And remember, the intention is what shadow work do we need to do? And so I'm called to do it this way. And so then I'm going to do... let's see here. So we've got our first card here is the Queen of the Swords. She is majestic. I'm not a fan of how she's holding the sword. I feel like she's going to cut herself, honestly, but maybe it has a silver sheath on it that I can't understand. But she has long hair and her blue capes on there, and there's a bunch of flags kind of flying in the background of her there. And so swords. As we know, swords is your temple. That's something. Yep. So let me see where the picture will stay. So Queen of Swords there. Queen of Coins. Very interesting. Pops out right afterwards. So second card, Queen of Coins. Now Queen of Coins looks a little younger. She's got dark brown hair and braids and a big flower crown right there. And she's holding a big coin in her hand. It kind of looks like a big championship belt to my brain. And then, card number 3, we have... I always want to move these. We've got the Emperor. Interesting. 2 queens and an Emperor. So it's a lot of royalty, I gotta say. So this is with those 3, and I don't really take them past, present, future, but however you want to. I'm looking at all 3 of them. It's like usually they say with 2 queens, that's rivals. And then is it rivals for to be with the Emperor? And then we're going to take one more card. seriously, what the heck? This is beautiful. How? So, our shadow work, I don't even know. We've got, of course, I've got them facing me, so let me turn them around here. And then I think they have to switch the other way, right? That, so that you can see them. We've got our Queen of Swords was the first out there, and that's the Queen of willpower. We've got the Queen of Coins, and she's then the rival to the Emperor, and the result is the Empress. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to go to the next deck, so that I'm going to put the left cards there for clarification. We're going to use the next one, which is this one, and I'm just going to quickly badly shuffle, as I said. And sometimes, cards pop out. I don't know what that is. Is that the 5 of coins? This deck is like so... I got a new idea. Why didn't you shuffle these all before, Melody? I will note it. Maybe next time I'll have them pre-shuffled. It's a good idea. So let's see what's this one that jumped out of the deck. 5 of coins. So we're going to put the 5 of coins above the Queen of Swords. And then we're going to go ahead and... this definitely called to come on top. So then we're going to do it that way. And I'm now going to try to flip them so they land upright facing you. New way of doing. So we have... Ooh, the King of Swords. Interesting. So, of course, Queen of Swords here, but King of Swords coming out with the Queen of Coins. And then for the Emperor, we have the 3 of Coins. That's hard. That, for me, always is hard work. I know there's other definitions for it, but you can just see he's working hard for his money. And then in this deck, what is our Empress? And the Queen of Swords. Nice. So that is very cool that we have 2 decks and 2 Queens of Swords have popped out. As you know, may know or not, if you don't, Queen of Swords is sharp. Sorry, this is just so funny. She's the one with the sharp, okay? She's quick mind, and she's the one you never want to be in reverse. You never want to be on the bad side of the Queen of Swords. That doesn't make that aspect. We all have these aspects, and to become the Empress or the Emperor, you actually have to be all 4. So having the Queen of Swords come out here again is illustrating that, to me anyway, that in this competition here, and this could be parts of yourself, I find my Queen of Swords and my Queen of Cups are, I think I was trying to say it as like Queen of Swords, Aries, no problem. That's my moon, rising, and Jupiter sign. And then, Queen of Coins, I tend to be overly generous. I appreciate the young face here. So I would say I became a Queen of Swords before I might have gotten close to being Queen of Coins, right? Is the journey. So these 2 rivals to be with the Emperor and become the Empress. This is shadow work you might need to do inside of yourself. Do you always jump to grab your sword? Do you always pay with money? Do you just pay it off? And so having the Queen of Swords is here explaining how she became the Empress. Maybe that was one of the last or the most tiresome. Like she's kind of looks worn out to me. She's not holding the sword. She's like kind of lounging. All the swords are around her and there's one at her foot. She's like disdainful almost of it, Kind of, in my opinion, the right way sometimes for the Queen of Swords to be, although I like the nobility of this one here, showing that she's calm and she's thinking things through, but she's going to do what needs to do. All right. And so then for the emperor, we had all that hard work. And then, interestingly, we had the King of Swords coming behind the Queen of Coins. And in this thing, you see he has his sword out, and he seems to have broken the tip. He's broken the tip of his sword, if you look. Very interesting. There's the shield down there, and like a piece of drape or something, some kind of fabric. And he obviously is in some sort of drawing room or office, and seems to have won the battle, but he's lost the tip of his sword. Interesting. Okay, so that may have been some of what Queen of Coins was maybe with a King of Swords, and meanwhile we had Queen of Swords into the Five of Coins, and all my special decks are so different than the original tarot that I kind of just wing it. And it's an interesting picture here of, seems to be to a male and a female at a pub or something, and she's in his arms there, and she's laughing, her cheeks are red, her hat has fallen down, and there's a paper that's fallen on the floor, and there's, of course, the pentacles on the table, and there's two gentlemen in the background laughing. It looks like a well-lit, nice, establishment. The lady does have the red cheeks. The mustache man has the red cheeks too, so it's very interesting. That card deck did not come with a book, so we're just going to leave that for now, as to say that these cards would then, to me, kind of represent some of the past of these two characters. Here, she was with the Queen of Swords, or King of Swords, who broke the tip of his sword. And meanwhile, this Queen of Swords was actually maybe having a pretty good time with mustache guy at the pub. Okay, and remember, this is shadow work, so I had in my moment, like, I'm not trying to accuse anyone of, I'm not saying anyone's cheating when I say mustache man at the pub, but mustache man could very well be this queen's husband, or legitimate lover, protector, or just no shame for anyone, just what I see. So let's go to the crow deck, and I know I didn't pre-shuffle these, so I have to, because it's just how it works. You gotta shuffle them 3 times. If you don't follow the traditions, what are you doing? Pass go, you get $200. You shuffle 3 times, you cut 3 times. If you read the same book I did. All right. And then we cut. Ooh, call to stay. All right. And then it's so funny that I feel like I know I missed the spank before I did the cut, which is where it's supposed to go. But since I missed it, I still want to do it, so I did it. All right. So I want them to turn this way, right? So we will flip again. We've got, on this stack, we've got Queen of Cups. Interesting. Queen of Cups popping out. It's interesting. So since we had the Empress at the end, and with 2 queens in this stack, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, this can be the journey of the Empress, and let's see it like that now. We're going to take some final advices sort of from each of the decks after we lay them all out. Okay, so Queen of Coins to the King of Swords, and now they had the 10 of coins, which in the Crow deck is quite still like none of these cards are. It's like a dystopian place, but I love crows, so for me it's there. They've called the flock and they've found the food for the day. It's a good one. They've got everything they need. All right. And this is maybe that in the past the Queen of Swords was a Queen of Cups. All right. More generous Queen of Cups is, kind of the sweetest one, if you will. And so for the Emperor, we get the Magician. And you see the Magician has the cup, the sword, the pentacle, and the wand there. And so that's where the Emperor was coming from at this time. Okay? And now for the Empress. What more can we know about her? Right. And we have, this is the Knight of Wands. Let me turn that around. The Knight of the Wands. Is that our first knight? Yes. We did have a knight in the reading I did earlier. All right. So we have our Knight of Wands there. All right. So for this crow reading here, I'm seeing like with this pattern here, it's not like each one goes farther, but maybe for different levels. So this is like what they look like. Maybe this is from the outside, perhaps, and this is the darker, the subconscious. We had the Queen of Cups, but being the Queen of Swords now, but inside there still is the Queen of Cups, and so remember, subconscious can also be kind of wishes and stuff. So we'll go with Queen of Swords wanted to be the Queen of Cups, and Queen of Coins wanted to have all 10 coins with the King of Swords. And the Emperor started or underneath, excuse me, remembers his Emperor ways, remembers his magician ways, starting out as a magician. And magician also shows kind of the balance of going back down to remembering, that's basically the ace of all. He's got the new beginnings and action and everything in there. And it's at that stage of warning, as well. Always comes with the warning. I feel like lose my voice a little bit there. All right. And la 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 la. Okay. So at inside, and it's interesting the way that those cards kind of look. Like you can see this kind of looks like a subconscious of that same person here. And I like that. And I feel like the Knight of Wands here is a little mysterious with the Queen of Swords and the Empress. So I want to see what my opposites deck says. I like to end with that one because, of course, this is one where I accept reverse cards because that's what they're about. So I do try to forget and kind of mix them up a little bit as I shuffle badly. And, sometimes I'll like flip this one so that now they're all, going different ways. And then maybe I should get one of those shufflers. No, you have to do it with your hands. I can't. We're just gonna have to go through it one more time, and then the cut. Deepest cut. Sometimes phrases and stuff come into my head. I think just random or ADHD, but it's like little bits of a song that I don't know, but I know it's about the sweetest cut. So here we go. All right. So I'm definitely came out sideways. I'm going to put that there, but so that's this one. All right. And so I'm going to flip her, and I'd flipped right side up to the 4 of Swords. Although I guess if I'm, oh no, now I've messed myself up because it's the good side's facing me, but the 4 of Swords in reverse. So maybe that's the way we have to take it. That's how it'll be. Okay, so I'm going to flip it. Now we have Queen of Coins, and it's the 10 of Cups, and it's right side for me and reverse for you, and same with the 10 of Pentacles here. And then we come with the Sun. So I did say that this would be like shadow work. So we were asking. I was asking for it. I didn't realize I was going to turn this way, and now my brain's like, but they're the right way up, looking at me. But let's take this as any of these characters that you might relate to. Maybe you're in your queen stages, and you relate more to this Queen of Coins character, who may have been with the King of Swords, and although she wanted to have the 10 of Pentacles with him, in reality, it was the 10 of Cups in reverse. All right. And so the shadow work on the 10 of Cups in reverse, of course, is to gather up your cups, your 10 cups. Wash them up. Get them all nice and shiny as you can. Do the repairs. Grow some more flowers. Okay? And get your balance. Find yourself. You do have 10 cups. You can polish them up. You can fix them up. All right? And then we got our Queen of Swords who had the 5 of Coins here, the romp in the bar. And inside, Queen of Cups. Now, this time I don't want to seem like I'm picking on drinking. I'm not at all. Drinking is perfectly fine and can be done very responsibly. Even some of the drinks have a purpose. For instance, like drinking wine in between courses of a meal will help cleanse your palate so that you can enjoy the next flavor without the previous flavor. That's great. Beer is not, that was human solution for standing water and getting sick, so we just made it into beer. And now we drink that a lot, it's fine. But we all know that sometimes it can become a problem, this cup. And this doesn't necessarily, just because it's cups, means drinking. It can just be being over generous. In the 4 of Swords being in reverse, you can see that this also was not the way. And so with that pub card there being that one, and she's in Queen of Swords here, I think we had that same, there was a negative effect here on the Queen of Swords with this 4 of Swords being in reverse. So this caused this pain. If you look and see, 4 of Swords, you see, can be about having a nap. This does not a nap. All right, that's weeping. That's just exquisite pain on his face there. I said exquisite pain, and I'm not sure why. I'm getting all Shakespearean. All right. So shadow work here is to take this time and make it a rest. Sure, you cry your tears, but sometimes you have to then go to sleep and wake up and realize the sun is shining and you get another shot. All right? Get another chance. Just like this one. Polish that. Consider what happened and cut your losses and go with the next day. All right? Each day is a new chance. Each day is a new chance. So then we had the Emperor, And following that, our emperor is a hard worker. People can see there's people watching, ladies here watching in the background, like they're doing some laundry maybe, and he's got his hat out there to get the money, and he's got the rings. He's showing his strength or his magic, and he's working really hard, and certainly does not look like the emperor at this time, but the emperor does have to have these. Be willing to put in the work. You don't get to be all four kings without putting in the work. And then with the crow deck, we had the magician, which again I always see, especially in this position where I gave it of subconscious, that we've got the warning and the blessing of keeping it basic but not manipulating. That's always that to me. The warning in the magician is don't razzle dazzle. Don't a little razzle dazzle that everyone agrees to, fine, but make sure of your motivations. That can be very, very important. Your values, your ethics. Keep those things intact to become the emperor. And the challenge card for the emperor is the Ten of Pentacles. Excuse me. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We did have the Ten of Pentacles show up here. Interesting. And it's here in reverse. And so in reverse, you can see that it's night, and at the door, and the door's closed, and they're both holding it still, but they're not. She's not looking at him. He's kind of looking at her with the side eye, and they both are holding. He's holding a sword. She's holding something. I don't know what. Daggers, throwing knives. All right. So I'm seeing that the Emperor's challenge here is that something's gone dark in his relationship with his queen, and or his empress. And to flip this up, we see the man and the woman with crowns opening their door up for celebration. Okay, so just like with these, what you want to do when you've got your relationship in this closed door, bad place, you got to analyze, how do we flip this up? Can we make this work a different way, or is it time for a new beginning? All right, and then with the Empress, who in this deck has a glowing belly. Of course, you're all four queens, and then you give birth, as in it can be an idea. You can take it literally. Could be building a family, and this is the shadow work that needs to be done in this relationship or a future relationship, or just within yourself, your relationship with yourself and the world. And so here we had the Sun card. And the sun is one of my favorite things, all sunny. It should be one of everyone's favorite things, I think. It's the reason we're all here. Obviously, you don't want to get too close to the sun, right? But maybe that's for another story. Here we have in reverse the sun. We see the sunflower field. The sun has this neutral look on his face, looking away from the boy. The boy's hair is dark, and he's grabbing this red cloth here as he's going by. I don't know if he's supposed to be harvesting, but it's not a very good harvest, and he is looking malnourished. He's looking. I'm glad that he's still working or whatever's happening there, but things need to be turned around. What do we do? What's wrong with the crops? Why aren't we getting enough to eat? And so we want to flip that up. We want to make sure that we use. That reminds me. What's that saying? Make hay while the sun's shining, right? Sun's out, go make hay. It's raining, go in, do the mending. So we need that sun. We need that bright sun for the plants. We need rain, lots of other things as well. But sunflowers in particular, we know, really do like the sun. And in this light side, everything's green, the leaves are lifted up to the sun and the sun is smiling, and then this sun, this child, this human child he's dancing, he looks happy. I don't necessarily like the reference of the dark hair versus the light hair. I would just put that as maybe his hair got dirty here. I don't like to think. I don't think hair color has anything to do with being in reverse. Okay, that's more of the shadow, and I assume that's why that's the art there, the art style. So we had the Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the challenge to become the Empress for either of these queens is maybe rivals, but either the queens in here is this Queen of Swords. Now we have one here that's standing and ready with the battle, but this one is like she's put the sword down. She's even maybe disdainful of further use of the sword, and that gets her ready for the Empress. And that means she's ready to find out what's been going wrong. Why is excuse me? Why is the boy not getting the nutrition? Why is the sun not nourishing these plants? The Empress is, magic, bringing life into the world. And she's such an important position to have. And if anyone can flip the world, excuse me, to put this into the upright, to make this the reality, it's going to be the Empress. And so I guess in this case, you can see this as a full message for an entire person, how to turn your struggles upside down and look at things, look at where the past took you and what you could have done, or at least what you could learn from your experiences and what you feel about them, to get into the right frame here to fix this, to have the happy sun picture here. All right. And I know I said I was going to flip some extra cards, but I actually feel like we don't need those at all. It was perfectly clear and a good message. And remember, I wanted to say that queens, when we're being rivals, I like how the Queen of Cups is. She's always considered to be upright and an honest rival. So if there is some rivalry out there, remember, it doesn't have to be like good and evil rivalry, competitive. Your competitor, we used to say in wrestling, like, if you beat nobody, who are you, right? So you don't just go out and say my opponent's the worst and you kick them down the hill. Why were they your opponent then? You say, oh, my opponent's tough, but I'm tougher. So put your best foot forward, do your best, and accept the outcome. And if it's struggle you're having within yourself between your queens, remember, you need all four of them. Okay, you need all four of them to birth your world, your project, to become the emperor of your world. To have that, fully chubby little sun running around in the sunflowers with the sun shining. Okay, with the happy home, with all the cups polished. Getting enough rest, and so on. So if you made it all the way here, I appreciate it. I always forget to say it earlier, but I do appreciate the likes, subscribes. It helps out the channel. I hope to someday be able to just do lives, because I don't really like the unloading. It's already right now, in fact, telling me that my storage is going up again. Anyway, I love that. Leave a comment, or just thanks for being here. And I hope I'll see you next time. And bye. Also, watch me try to figure out this remote.